what we are doing basically, these are all modeling. So far we have discussed geometrical modeling of a fabric. Now from last class we have started mechanical modeling. Just like in geometrical modeling, from the geometry of a fabric, we are trying to develop some mathematical relationship from which we are calculating various construction parameter of the cloth. Similarly, the second phase of this course is mechanics, in which we will develop different mathematical theory with which we can characterize the fabric mechanical properties with respect to tensile, bending, shear, compression, friction, and so on. So the mechanics is a very large subject in textile, but for undergraduate classes, because you will be having another 8-9 lectures only, so we'll see how many models we can cover. So every class will discuss one or two model, by which these are all mathematical model in which you can predict the mechanical properties. For example, we have started last class tensile. We have just discussed only fundamentals of tensile properties, and based on those fundamentals, from the next class we will derive some of the theories. So the question arises, what is modeling then? At least you must have gone through in your school. In school, teacher gives some models. Just a minute.
Sir, you are on mute.
स्लाइड दिख रहा है अब?
Yes, sir.
Just let me close the door first. So what you have to do is, every time we have to develop some model. So you have already seen a kind of model which is developed from geometry of the fabric. Now we'll discuss some models which will be based on mechanics. So what I want to tell you now, which we cannot discuss in the class, lecture class, just to give you a feel, what is a model which we are talking about. So model is a description or an analogy used to help visualize something that cannot be directly observed. I'll give you a very small example. Every day in the newspaper you must have seen so many builders shows different type of buildings. You know, such and such building is coming up in Noida, in Gurgaon, in Delhi. So they show the picture. Those buildings actually do not exist. They develop a model, what kind of building they are going to make, how it will look like, what will be its various features. Those are not actual building. They have just developed some models. So looking at a model, you can make out what kind of house you are going to have, which is a pictorial model. But a model not only can be a picture or not only can be a geometry, what we have discussed, it can be a system of postulates, data, and inferences presented as a mathematical description of an entity or state of affairs. So what is modeling then? Modeling is an activity in which we think about and make models to describe how the objects of interest behave. So we can imagine, we can visualize, we can foresee. Then what is mathematical modeling? Mathematical modeling consists of translating a real world problem into a mathematical problem, solving it and interpreting the solution in the language of real world. So this will be a real world problem which can be converted into a mathematical problem. This real world problem can be anything, can be relating to mechanics, relating to thermodynamics, relating to acoustic properties, relating to optical properties, relating to agricultural science, relating to biological science. Any such phenomena can be translated or converted to a mathematical problem. And once it is converted to a mathematical problem, any mathematics can be solved to find the answer. So I'll show you one simple example. When we develop the mathematical problem, we take these 4 steps to solve it. Convert the given problem into a mathematical problem, solve the mathematical problem, interpret the result for the real situation. If needed, modify the problem, modify the model. Then again solve and continue like this till you are satisfied. This is an algorithm how this technique of modeling works. We take any physical situation, introduce some symbols, like in geometrical model you must have seen the physical situation is the cross section of a fabric. Then we introduce symbols in cross section. We introduce so many things: yarn diameter, angle, modular length, crimp, so many symbols we introduce. Then we develop a mathematical model, means mathematical formula, solve, we get some solution. Then with the solution, what we do, we compare with the agreement. For example, in one of the solution you must have seen, I will give you example. We calculated in one place crimp of the yarn in the fabric, you got say 500%. Then we rejected, which is impractical. Then we go back to the beginning. If your answer is agreeing to practical situation, accept the model. If it is not agreeing, can you see this now? Okay, there's some problem. So if it does not match to real world situation, what we do, we modify the hypothesis. Okay, this is just from where you can really make out what exactly we are doing in the model. I will give you a very simple example now. What is happening? Horrible. So this is just one example. It's a biological problem. From this example, you can make out what exactly the modeling is and what we want to do. You must have come across, this is a very simple arithmetic problem you have done in class 4 and 5 sometimes in the school. The age of a mother is 4 times the age of a daughter. Slide is not visible again. Let me see what. Can you see now? और फिर क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है इसमें? Is it visible now? ठीक है अभी? स्लाइड नहीं आ रहा. फुल स्क्रीन तो किया हूं, मेरा फुल स्क्रीन दिखा रहा, आपको पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. समझ शेयर कंटेंट. अब दिख रहा क्या? सो आई एम डूइंग इट अगेन, पूरा कंप्लीट बंद करके. और फिर so this is a case study, a simple class 5 class 6 arithmetic which will give you a practical feel of modeling. The age of a mother is 4 times the age of her daughter. After 8 years, the age of the mother will be 3 times the age of the daughter. Find their present age. So we solve in a very simple way. The first step is in modeling, convert the problem into a mathematical problem. So it's a biological problem. So age of mother is 4 times daughter's age. After 8 years, x plus 8, it becomes 3 times 3 into y plus 8. Then we solve this. X is 64, y is equal to 16. So present age of mother and daughter is 64 and 16 respectively. Then if you are a biological scientist, you apply your common sense whether this solution is correct or not. I have given you one example, crimp in the fabric yarn. Sometimes you got 500%. Then we reject the model. बिकॉज धागे में क्रीम जो है कपड़ों में ज्यादा से ज्यादा 3%, 5%, 8% आता है, 500% कैसे होगा? सो यहाँ पे जैसे आपको रिजल्ट नजर आ रहा, मदर की एज 64, डॉटर की 16, इट इज पॉसिबल। अगर आंसर ये देता आपको मदर की एज 64, डॉटर की एज 55, then you can make out, yeah, this is not possible. The hypothesis is wrong. Model which you have made is not correct. Then we go for change. So this is how the model is. And using this basic principle, we will develop different models of mechanical properties of the fabric. And what are the methods we use to describe the behavior of the objects, that is mechanical properties? We use words, drawings, physical models, computer programming, and mathematical formula. These are different modalities by which model can be made. In your syllabus, we are confined to only mathematical formula. Many of your students, they do modeling work using computer method. So you must have heard about many students do the project BTP, machine learning, where you take the neural network model. People who work on ANSYS Abacus, where we play with finite element method to predict mechanical properties of the fabric. Many people do the computation method like COMSOL, in which you can study many physical properties like optical properties, thermal properties, acoustic properties. For example, if you want to calculate the sound absorption capacity of a fabric or acoustic insulation, आपने देखा होगा बड़े बड़े थिएटर में, हॉल में जो दीवार बना होता, nonwoven fabric composite porous materials are used, where the property of the fabric is expected to absorb noise so that there will be no echoes in the hall. So then what should be the construction detail of that material so that it can absorb enough sound energy so that there will be no echoes? So there are some computational models, methods are available, and probably many of you also will be doing these modeling BTP. Particularly, we do a lot of BTP in predicting mechanical properties of, say prediction of tensile properties, prediction of bending properties, prediction of compression properties of a fabric by some computational modeling. And similarly, mathematical modeling, we develop mathematical formula to predict, let's say, modulus of a cloth. That is what we will be doing in the remaining part of your syllabus in this course. We will be confined to mostly mathematical modeling, although as I said, all these are different models, methods used in modeling. So methods used in designing engineered product during modeling, mathematical equations or logical concept. You use any of these two. Mathematical models represent the behavior of object in mathematical term. In modeling, it is important to know how to generate mathematical equation and how to validate them. First, you have already seen both the things. First, you should know how to develop mathematical equation. For example, we developed two equations in the last example of a biological science. And how to validate means after you solve the equation, you get the result. Then you validate with your common sense, validate with your existing knowledge in the subject. Validate में हम ये देखते हैं कि जो आंसर आया है वो रियलिस्टिक है या नहीं है, सही है या नहीं है. Okay, so these are the two steps we do. However, we must understand some limitations in this process, means how model equations are used and what are their limitations. Okay, this point I have already told you. Prediction, you know. Validation, I have already told you. If you do, there is one course in our department, it's called Modeling Methodologies, where we divide all the models into two categories. One is called deterministic model, another is called non-deterministic model. But in both, what we do prediction. Modeling means prediction. The question is why we predict. जैसे कि मैंने आपको एक एग्जांपल दिखाया कि बिल्डिंग के फोटोग्राफ आपको मिल जाती है मॉडल में, जिससे आदमी अंदाज लगा लेता कि मेरा घर जो मैं खरीदने जा रहा हूं, जो बिल्डिंग अभी बनना शुरू नहीं हुआ लेकिन 5 साल के बाद आएगा, वो कैसे दिखेगा. सो इट बेसिकली प्रेडिक्ट. तो उसको करने का मकसद ये है कि कोई चीज बनाने के लिए एकदम तो नहीं बनेगा. And if you do it, then you need lot of money, lot of time, lot of energy. उसको बचाने के लिए हमने मॉडल डेवलप करते हैं जिससे आदमी को तसल्ली हो जाता कि जो मैं करने जा रहा हूं वो सही है. But anyway, those things are done by these two broad categories of modeling. One is called deterministic model, another is called non-deterministic model. So what are deterministic model? Under deterministic model, we have three: mathematical model, empirical model, computer simulation model. I have already told you what is mathematical model. I have already told you what is computational model. Only I have not told you what is empirical model. Empirical model means we take the help of statistics. We don't derive the formula. Statistics means experiment. जैसे मैंने कहा कि एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं आपको. We know that yarn strength depend on fabric strength. Sorry, fiber strength. Also we know that fabric strength depend on yarn strength. पर ऐसे कोई फॉर्मूला नहीं है. अगर मेरे को फाइबर की स्ट्रेंथ मालूम है, मेरा yarn स्ट्रेंथ क्या होगा, कोई डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला नहीं है. So how we can establish a relationship between fiber strength and yarn strength? उसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं ना, डिफरेंट यार्न सैंपल बनाते हैं. बनने के बाद वो यार्न को टेस्ट करते हैं, उसकी स्ट्रेंथ एक्सपेरिमेंट से पता करते हैं. जो फाइबर से यार्न बना उसकी भी स्ट्रेंथ पता करते हैं. देन वी सी कि ट्रेंड क्या आ रहा. पर्टिकुलर एक्सपेरिमेंटल कंडीशन में अंडर द गिवन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंडीशन, what is the relationship between fiber strength and yarn strength, we try to establish. और उसी रिलेशनशिप को बेस करके एक फॉर्मूला बनाते हैं, इंपेरिकल फॉर्मूला. इट्स नॉट डिराइव्ड, इट्स जस्ट फॉर्मुलेटेड कि x बढ़ने से y बढ़ता है, लेकिन किस प्रोपोर्शन से बढ़ता है, किस तरीके से बढ़ता है, whether y is 3 times x, 4 times x, 5 times x. So we just develop a formula. That's called empirical model, and it is a statistical method. And to do this, one has to develop a lot of samples, carry out a lot of experiments, and this is also time taking. Okay, so this is how under deterministic, these are three different methods: mathematical model, empirical model, and computer simulation model. So those things I explained you. Those are all details are given here. Then finite element is computational model. The next category is non-deterministic model. Under non-deterministic model, we have 4 types of model: genetic model, neural network model, chaos theory, and soft logic. So if you will do this course, you can come to know this, or if you have done this course in mathematics department, some of you might have come across such kind of modeling theories. For example, I can give you one neural network, for example, here. Those, if you have done, I know some of our final year students, they had done a course on machine learning. Those who have done BTP with me, and under using this neural network model, that is machine learning based ANN model, artificial neural network model, the predict properties. You can predict tearing strength of a fabric, or bending rigidity of a yarn, or permeability behavior of any fabric, or thermal conductivity of a cloth. Anything you can predict using this neural network ANN model. Similarly, these are the 4 different methods. We are not going to discuss in this detail. Fuzzy logic, then genetic algorithm, then NN model, and this is then hybrid model, and this is how all these modeling techniques are used to predict the properties. So our course is development of models, that is mathematical model for a fabric, in which we are going to discuss different models to predict, and those are all mathematical models, to predict tensile, bending, shear and compression properties of the fabric. That is what we will be doing in the remaining part of this semester. We have just started statistics, tensile properties, where I have discussed all fundamentals of the tensile behavior. What all we can determine from tensile test, that we have discussed, and what is the importance of tensile parameters, and how we express them, what are their units. All these basics we have discussed. How is the characteristics curve, etc. And from the next class we will start with very first model, that is prediction of equations, or preparation of equations to predict tensile strength of a woven fabric. Okay, so this is what just a basic information for you to understand what is the concept of modeling. And let us see from the lecture class. Then once couple of lectures are over, then we will do some numerical problem on this from next tutorial class. But question is, many of the students are absent. अर्पित, अच्छा ये जो माइनर हुआ था, ये जो क्वेश्चन कैसे था, वो वाज इट डिफिकल्ट और व्हाट इज फाइन? हाँ, वो लेंगी तो है ही, वो तो डेलिबरेटली लेंगी किया जाता ना, बिकॉज इट्स ए ऑनलाइन टेस्ट, so it is open book test, so you don't have to remember anything, simply you should know how to solve, because आपके सामने बुक पड़ा हुआ, नोट्स पड़ा हुआ, फॉर्मूला पड़ा हुआ, एवरीथिंग इज देयर. दैट्स व्हाई डेलिबरेटली एक क्वेश्चन ज्यादा दिया जाता है. हाँ हाँ, बस वो डेलिबरेटली, वो दैट आई एग्री, वो तो डेलिबरेटली दिया जाता लंबा क्वेश्चन, सो दैट हाँ, क्योंकि ओपन बुक होता ना, आपको करना ही है सिंपली. एंड सेकेंडली, और भी लंबा का दूसरा पर्पस है कि सो दैट आपस में एक्सचेंज ना हो, क्योंकि विद इन दैट टाइम थोड़ा सा ज्यादा क्वेश्चन रहने से बच्चे आपस में एक्सचेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि खुद ही को लिखने के लिए टाइम लगेगा, तो दूसरों के साथ बात करने के लिए, दूसरों को दिखाने के लिए या उसके लिए टाइम ही नहीं बचेगा, इसीलिए डेलिबरेटली उसको थोड़ा लंबा किया जाता. हाँ, चलो ठीक है, अगले हफ्ते आपके आंसर वगैरह ये मार्क्स दे देंगे. ओके, यू कैन लॉग आउट. ओके ओके.